By noon, the heat was suffocating. The city felt like an oven, and inside a small apartment, a young woman named Joan was facing another empty day. She worked night shifts cleaning offices, returning home exhausted each morning to a new set of problems. The biggest one today? No water. The tap just coughed up air. Her buckets were empty, her bottles dry. Her phone buzzed relentlessly with bills she couldn't pay and messages she couldn't answer. The weight of it all was crushing. She just sat on the floor, staring at the sink, feeling the day's unfairness wash over her. Tiredness and frustration blurred together. Everything felt empty. As hours passed, a sliver of sunlight cut through the dusty window, landing on a small metal bowl by her balcony. She noticed something almost invisible, tiny beads of condensation clinging to the cold railing from the morning air. At first, she didn't move. Then an idea sparked. She took the bowl outside and placed it under the railing. With a cloth, she gently wiped the railing, letting the faint moisture drip into the bowl. It was almost nothing, just a few drops. But she didn't stop. Every few minutes, she repeated the process. Wipe, wait, collect. Slowly, painstakingly, the drops gathered. It wasn't enough to drink, not enough to celebrate, but it was something. It was hope in a bowl. As the afternoon wore on, her consistent effort continued. By evening, there was a small pool of water. Not much, but it was enough. Enough to rinse her face, to cool her hands, and feel a wave of relief. Her shoulders finally relaxed. The impossible day suddenly felt manageable. The next morning, the rain finally came, a sudden downpour that filled every bucket. But the real lesson wasn't in the rain. It was in what she did before it arrived. She learned that survival doesn't always show up as a big miracle. Sometimes, it's found in the tiny details everyone else overlooks. It's the result of refusing to give up, even when it feels like you have nothing to work with. This story reminds us that when life feels empty and overwhelming, complaining about what's missing only drains our energy. Instead, if we look closely, with patience and focus, we can find a way forward. Small, consistent efforts can turn almost nothing into enough. The mind that keeps working, that refuses to quit, will always find its path. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe for more stories that inspire.